Alright, what's up guys? I'll be doing another game from IPL. This one is the semifinal of Dignitas and CLG. I believe Dignitas won this 2-0. And I don't remember seeing this game. I didn't get to see hardly any of the IPL games. I don't remember what I was doing that weekend, but I know I couldn't watch like anything. I think I saw like one game live, the final, and that was it. But I'm going back and watching a lot of them. I'm casting them, breaking them down, enjoying the hell out of it. So let's find out what happens this game. Looks like CLG had first ban, went to Morgana, and Dignitas responded with a zillion ban. 2 common bans for mid-AP champions. Pretty common picks at the high level. CLG is gonna ban. Who are they gonna ban? What are you banning? Come on. Thailand. Scar, pretty prevalent Talon player. Plays him a ton on ladder and in tournament. Talon's really strong damage. Or really strong damage for an assassin. Huge burst. Nidalee ban come out from Dignitas. I think they just don't want to face it because it's a selective specialty champion that Hotshot uses. And then Trundlebane comes out from CLG. They apparently watched the rest of the tournament because Dignitas, all the games went back and watched, were using Trundle and just destroying everybody, and nobody had an answer for him. So CLG's like, we don't want to deal with that shit. So they ban him out. And then Lee Sin banned. Sorry for Lee Sin players once again. CLG insta-lock. Udyr, St. Vicious runs him a lot. In all these tournament games, he's been favoring that Udyr a ton. Udyr is just a really beefy, tanky, DPS, solid overall champion. Fits in with just about anything. So, nice, solid pickup that won't really give away what you're doing. Jat was showing Kennen, but he changed to Rise, and he locks Rise in. Rise is kind of making a comeback. He wasn't played for a really long time, but now people are starting to try and pick him up again, and they build him like kind of tanky with a lot of mana, and they don't actually put ability power on him, and you just kind of Q spam with him. And it's pretty cool. It works really well. I like that he's making a comeback. And then Sona for their support, lock in Sona, along with Janna, probably the most versatile support there is. So just getting their support early. And then CLG come out with 2 huge picks. Those are big picks. Kog'Maw and Galio. Galio is super tanky mage, AoE facilitator. Galio is a really strong pick. Really like Galio. Really do. Pretty cool champion. Been seeing a lot of them too. And then Kog'Maw, of course. Really strong AD champion. Both he and Caitlyn are up, so Dignitas might want to get Caitlyn so that they can deal with him. Yep, there we go. Caitlyn. So, Dignitas showing kind of just, you know, they haven't tipped their hat yet. Now they get their jungle. So, Nocturne, Caitlyn, Rise. What could that be? That just sounds, I don't know, kind of sustainy. Rise is going to be pretty tanky. Caitlyn's going to be able to just kind of sit back, dodge around a little bit with her net. Sona, pretty good sustain. So they haven't really, to me, they haven't shown their hand yet. Those are just kind of everything fits all picks. Nocturne usually indicates a little bit more of an aggressive lineup because he is one of those champions that wants to dive in, catch people out, initiate. So wondering what they're going to use as like a top lane, unless Rise goes top and they get another mid. CLG, pick up Janna. Like I said, the other most versatile support. Love Janna. And Cassiopeia. So that rounds out CLG's lineup. Let's see, to me, it's kind of a DPS-y lineup. So they're going to be looking to they're not going to have much like insane bursts because Cassiopeia is she's kind of a spammer. Udyr is definitely just a spammer, just little small attacks over and over and over again. They do a lot of damage, but it's not going to be like any burst damage. Kog'Maw is like the definition of DPS. He doesn't do burst. Galio is more of a bursty champ, so Dignitas instantly grabbed that Akali. Okay. So Dignitas actually have quite a bit of nuke. With Nocturne diving in, getting that fear off, and Cicero is going to have his nuking capabilities on Rise. You turn your ultimate on and just spam everything, and somebody's going to drop the half. And Akali dive in, QE, somebody's going to drop. So Dignitas actually come out with a pretty nukey lineup. So everybody's going to be relatively hard to kill on Dignitas. It's going to take a lot to bring him down. I mean, they're not like straight up beefy tank heroes like Galio and Udyr, but they have like a different kind of beefiness to them. I don't know. Akali has so much lifesteal that she can just kind of jump around, and if you don't lock her down, she's going to get out of hand. And CLG don't really have much to lock her down. They have St. Vicious's stun and Galio's ultimate. So I think Akali is going to have quite a fun time against that lineup. I really think she's going to have a pretty fun time. She'll be able to, she's going to want to dive in and get that Cassiopeia, because the Cassiopeia doesn't have as much range as the Kog'Maw, and Cassiopeia is just as important of a target. And with Rise's W, they'll be able to snag somebody. And yeah. So once Rise gets the snag, Akali can dive in. Caitlyn can even just lay down a trap on somebody that gets snagged. Nocturne going to be up in their faces. He has a little bit of sustain, so he can kind of cancel out Udyr. He can sustain through him quite a bit. They'll just trade blows. And then Locust helps with their sustain. This will be an interesting game. I really think it will. It'll all come down to if CLG can hold people in place long enough to DPS them. Dignitas, they're not really a team that's set up to get DPS. Rise, you kind of have to blow him up. Same with Akali. Akali does really well against DPS setups, because the way you deal with like an Akali, a Talon, even Swain to some degree, those kind of AP and AD like nuke champions, not so much Swain actually. Swain's actually good against Swain might be good against that lineup. I don't know, too much range. But to get rid of Akali, you need some nuke, and CLG don't really have it. Or you need mass disable, and they don't have that either. So I think that Akali last pick was pretty good by Dignitas. They do get that last pick advantage, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. As far as like range, I think CLG have a bit of an edge in the range war. You guys, so silly. Okay, good. I skipped all the annoying stuff. So, as far as items, nothing crazy. Both jungles cloth 5. Supports both went. Charm 3 pot. Yep. So, neither team looking like they want to be aggressive. Kog'Maw's getting kind of ballsy. Poking in the side bushes like that. So I don't think they're afraid of Dignitas at all. The CV saw them all set up by Golem. Akali's already top, so probably looking to be a passive start. Neither team really has the tools to be mega aggressive. They're going to be aggressive in their respective lanes, but nobody really has roam capabilities. Sona is not really a roaming support. And Nocturne kind of needs to get his level 4 before he does much. He's kind of like Trundle. He starts ganking at level 4, so his jungle's going to be a little passive. St. Vicious, already on the move though. he's going for kind of a unique level 2 gank, or he's just going to go steal golems. So he'll be done with golems by the time that this Nocturne kills that Wraith Pit. I don't know if I like it yet. I'll look. And a little vision war going on now. That CV just caught Udyr not doing wraiths, so they know something's up, and he's getting chased away from golems. I don't know if he got him yet, or if he did get him, but they probably had an idea that he was there. I think he did get him. He's level 3. So he slows Nocturne's jungle down. That's a kind of a theme I've been seeing lately, is go after Nocturne's jungle. Because Nocturne's scary if he levels up too quickly. That seemed to be CLG's theme, especially in this tournament. They don't like Nocturnes that can jungle. And they send... Here's a lane mismatch up. Galio gets torn to pieces by Akali, and Akali is top. So they have to send Cassiopeia up there to deal with her. And Cassiopeia can go toe-to-toe with an Akali, because if Akali hides in her little pool, Cassiopeia can still kind of throw out poison clouds. And if Akali gets caught by one, well, it doesn't matter if you're invisible, you still get hit by a poison cloud. And she can kind of zone Akali out. So if Akali tries to get in range to throw something, Cassiopeia can just hit her with a poison every time. And Akali really doesn't like that. The only problem is you go kind of out of mana fast, so you have to go back a little bit earlier. Like at around level 5, you'll see him run out of mana. Maybe level 6. And since they're not being aggressive on him, he can kind of afford to save up his mana. I think he is planning on going back there. He just used some to kill a creep, so he'll probably be going back. Yeah, he's going back. And then bottom, Caitlyn actually playing defensive. Probably wants to, given the fact that Saint Vicious is roaming around on that Udyr. Udyr can be kind of scary when he comes out of jungle. So they're probably not wanting to push up too far, and they probably want to stay in that little neutral ground. So not much aside from Saint Vicious being a little cray-cray. They did slow Nocturne down a little bit, but Udyr's not any further ahead. But I think the whole goal is really just to slow Nocturne down. I don't think they're too concerned about Udyr getting a tad bit behind because he's trying to do it. I think their main focus is not letting Nocturne get a free ride. They don't want Akali getting a free ride either. So Saint Vicious has been spending most of his time going toward top. I don't think either team really care much about that bottom lane. It's just going to kind of have fun. Another thing I'm noticing is that most of these teams don't really invest too much of their time with their mid lane champs and their jungles trying to help out bottom. I think most of the teams have been letting bottom kind of do their thing, except for the crazy people who send their support and range top. Sometimes it works. Sometimes, like with TSM, you saw they did it, and I don't think they understood why they did it, so it didn't really work. But as far as anytime I see both support and range on either side end up bottom, I don't see jungles really helping them. The only time I see them help is like kind of if they notice that the range is like level 7 and hasn't gone back and buy, I'll see like brush ganks come up. Kind of like what Saint Vicious is doing now, going for this brush gank. Those are the only times I see people even attempt. Maybe one poke down at bottom. I've noticed they've spent most of their time trying to win solo lanes over. See, Kali can't really do much against the Cassiopeia, so smart by them. But then Galio does get stuck mid with teleport again. It's like the second or third time I've seen Galio get stuck mid with teleport now. So that won't come into play until after the 20-minute mark, like has been happening. Neither team can really get a good poke at the other. They've tried once or twice to go after the Sakali, but she's Akali, so basically just keeping her from farming. And then I guess they've been poking around at this Nocturne some. Wonder who they're going to give blue buff to. Looks like Galio's actually heading top. So maybe they feel comfortable now in sending him up there. Once he gets levels, I think he can do okay against Akali. So they want to send him to top, but Dignitas already doing dragon. That's an early dragon. The 8-minute dragon? Yeah, okay, so they kill the dragon at 8:05. That's pretty early. They must have known something was up. I guess once they saw Galio go back, Cicero was probably like, his teleport's down, go for dragon. And they know that Cassiopeia's stuck top, so they all just kind of go and get it. And Nocturne's level 6 now. So even though they tried to slow him down, they didn't slow him down enough. So once Nocturne gets his ulti, like right at 6, he's really, really strong. That ulti, if you get caught out of position, it's almost a guaranteed kill at level 6. Like if Kog'Maw Janna were pushed up into like even their own mid bush and Nocturne got an ulti off, that might be a kill. Like you'd have to like flash exhaust to not get killed by it. So they had just picked up blue for Ryze. Ryze can kick out a ton of damage with blue. So they're like, hey, go get Drake. So now Dignitas have that dragon control. They're all a little bit ahead of CLG. Shows up in the gold too. They're ahead by a K. That's not only dragon mechanic, that's just straight up farm mechanic as well. So Dignitas just doing a better job at last hitting. Drake's not worth that much gold. For items, we have Caitlyn going, let's see, she's going boots first and then got her pickaxe. So she'll be working towards that eye edge. And then, let's see, Nocturne, Lantern, Udyr. I've noticed him kind of skipping his Lantern sometimes. He'll start out with his Cloth 5, and then he'll go straight hard at gold like he is now. And then it looks like he might even be going Merc Treads after this with that no magic cloak. And then Kog'Maw doing the same thing as Caitlyn. They're both going that eye edge build. Boots, pickaxe, Doran. You can either do that or you can go boots and another Doran's if you have to go back too early, but they've been able to farm long enough to where they can go boots, pickaxe. Sometimes it's kind of greedy to save up for that BF sword. So if you get your attack speed boots like that, if you go just straight BF sword, that can work too. But if you go attack speed boots, you either have to go Doran's or have to go pickaxe, whichever one you can afford. Then Cassiopeia went double Doran. Galio getting that fast catalyst. He'll probably go for that, whatever the hell it's called. Drawing a blank, I'll think of it in a second. Glacial Shroud. Probably be going for that afterwards. Been a really popular Galio build, and I like it too, because it involves that fast catalyst. And then Janna going with the early pink ward. Probably going to kick herself for that. Dragon's already gone, so fighting over that dragon control will make her Frown Town. The only thing I can think of now is she can use it to get that vision taken away from them in their side bush. Oh, Hotshot teleports in bottom. Only tags one person in that ultimate. Kind of unfortunate. Nocturne had dove in with his ulti. And they trade 2 ultis, get no kills. Even though Cicero was running down from mid. So now Akali's free farming top, so that's kind of not good news for them. Even though Cassiopeia sort of got free farm mid, she didn't really, but Akali is not somebody you want free farming. So I'd say that personally, I think Dignitas actually got some good out of that. Cutie Pie gonna get caught? Yep, Cutie Pie does get caught. So I guess they did get something. Now that tower is going to be under pressure. I don't think Sona can do anything about it. This tower might die. They look like they're going to kill it. Yeah, that tower's going to die. There's no way. So CLG want to take early towers. Wonder if St. Vicious will even roam top now to take out that tower if he's wanting to kill bottom. The only bad thing about killing bottom tower is that now you cut off your ranged AD's farm. They have to be way more careful. They can't be pushing up too far, and that tower kind of keeps the creep wave from doing that. So they did get the global gold. Dragon won't be up for like another minute. So they kind of have this little period. See, look how far up the creep wave goes. You can't really go up there to contest that. So if the other team just sits there and like only last hits and doesn't do what they're doing now, where they DPS the wave down, then your ranged AD can't really farm, because that means they will have to walk all the way up to the enemy tri-bush to even be in range of the damn wave, which is really scary, because you can't be walking up that far without mega Gosu vision. So that's going to actually cost Janna money to be able to keep her ranged AD safe. It's the only bad part about getting super early bottom lane tower. Now Baron will be up in about 15 seconds. They're going to kill this blue ASAP. What they did is they killed blue first last time. Or they killed blue, blue first last time. And then went dragon. That way the blue will come up. They can get it. Then go take control of dragon and it'll pop. Or I got that backwards. Sorry, they got dragon or blue buff second after they did dragon. So now CLG down 2 dragons. 2 dragons down. Even though the gold's kind of even. They did catch up, but that's only because they got that tower. So yeah, St. Vicious is pushing up on this top pretty hard. So I think they want to kill these outer turrets fast. They don't want Dignitas having a comfortable side lane farm experience. So they want to take away that income from them. Because Akali and Caitlyn are scary with money. I think the last game I did with Caitlyn in it, it was like the 25-minute mark, and she had been able to get like 180 CS, and she was critting for like 1,000 on the red buff. It was insane. Caitlyn can do a lot of damage really fast with just auto attacking. Ugh. So aside from the 2 dragon kills and the tower kill, there hasn't been much attempt at like big team fights. I know that Hotshot teleported bottom at one point to try and do something there, but that kind of petered out and neither team got anything done until St. Vicious went over and caught Caitlyn, but kind of a passive game so far. Nocturne, what are you doing? Thinking about it. He was thinking about it, but he thought better of it. Cassiopeia was nearby anyway. He probably would have gotten flattened. So Akali has just her revolver and Merc Treads. She does have quite a bit of farm. She's the most farmed champion on the map. That's not something you want at CLG. Having Akali be the most farmed is nail-bitingly scary. That is frown town for CLG if they were to see that. So Cassiopeia almost death cap. Looks like Kog'Maw and Caitlyn both almost to their eye edge. About even on farm. Caitlyn's ahead though. Caitlyn doing a little bit better job than Choster. But then again, look, it's because they can't really afford to be pushing up too far. Look how scary that feels. They have no vision, and to get to the creep wave, they have to walk up all the way to that tri-bush. Look, Janna has to throw out a CV just to ward the river because they have to spend so much money on vision because it's so important. St. Vicious really wants that top tower. He's been putting a ton of pressure on it. So they really want these side lanes down. They don't want Dignitas farming. See, that just feels ugh. Ugh. That's why I don't like killing my side tower that fast. If it does die, then I try and go elsewhere. Help pressure mid or something, because just sitting down here feels so bad. I hate it. If Nocturne were to like cut through the river and go around for like a tri-bush gank, they'd be so dead. Even though he's top. If anybody went through there, dead. Dignitas, they see that they're being kind of greedy just chilling up here, so it looks like they're gonna try some funky business. Akali doesn't want to walk into the river because they assume that that's warded. But see, look, you can't even go farm that wave, because if you do try and go up there, you get caught. So now Caitlyn is ahead by so much. Look, she's 50 fucking creep score up on this Kog'Maw. So she's going to finish her eye edge with all this money, and Kog'Maw's not. She's getting so far ahead because of that tower. So, lesson learned. Don't kill fucking Caitlyn's tower. Unless your team is like, has the ability to be really aggressive at like 15 minutes, then I wouldn't kill your tower. Because Cassiopeia needs money. Kog'Maw needs money. Galio needs money. Udyr needs money. They have champions that need money. Like Akali, she needs enough money to get her fucking Gunblade. She has it. Like once Akali gets Gunblade, especially in this patch when the Gunblade's still like insanely strong, that's all she really needs for a while. That's all she needs. Like the Gunblade's just like, okay, time to go. So Dignitas can kind of get going early. Caitlyn, she kind of needs money, but she's going to hurt anyway. Nocturne, he only needs a little bit of money. He's really there for that ultimate. Look. So CLG kind of getting a little bit antsy. They don't like not having that tower. Galio having to use his teleport doesn't get anything accomplished, and they just run away. But you're already starting to see the effect of killing that tower. Look, he teleports, and now Akali's going to get to kill top. Now, killing top tower early, not that big of a deal. Can actually be kind of helpful. Because then you threaten to push, because top tower is away from dragon. Bottom tower is not. If the beauty of killing top tower early is when you kill it, that's about the time the second dragon will be up. So if the other team try and go in and kill it, well then you push top and you take a turret. So you kind of trade even there. A dragon for a turret. Dragon's worth more, but it's only like 40 more gold. And towers are precious, precious resources to have. Your tower resource is important. So Dignitas have gotten 3 pretty much uncontested dragons this game. Not good for CLG. Not good. 3 uncontested dragons means your whole team will have like a whole level above everybody. Everybody will be like 1 level ahead of their counterpart. Like Akali's gonna hit 15 before this Galio. Rise already a level ahead of his Cassiopeia. Well, he's about to be. St. Vicious just hit 12. Jat's probably about to hit 13. So the EXP will start kind of kicking in too now. Once you get 3 dragons, then it'll start showing. So another look at items. We got Wit's End on Nocturne. Kind of needs that MR. Cassiopeia, Galio. Kind of doesn't want to be taking too much poke damage. And then standard support. Caitlyn almost has her Zeal and it has her Eye Edge done. And Kog'Maw just has his Eye Edge. So he's like a full Zeal behind Caitlyn. He's also 50 fucking CS behind. God, that is so painful. Cassiopeia almost has Death Cap. Rise. Look at his items. See, you build really tanky. get that tier, and then he went Banshees, Merc Treads, and a Chain Vest. It's ridiculous. Rise is like incredibly hard to kill. He takes like no damage now. Really love how people have brought him back. God, I love how they brought him back. I miss Rise. Akali has Gunblade. Ha ha ha, that's a good joke. And then on the other team, Galio went Spirit Visage. It's actually kind of smart. Adds MR, and then his MR helps him heal, so now his MR will help him heal even more. That's kind of cute. And then Banshees. That's what he did with his Catalyst. So instead, I guess instead of going Glacial Shroud, he just went more MR to help him heal, that's actually pretty smart because Rise and Akali are both basically AP champs. So he'll be needing to sustain through their bullshit more. So smart recognition there by Hotshot. You see, Cutie Pie can have kind of a safer farm on bottom since that tower's still there. So just remember, if you kill your towers too soon and you can't like hold your own, then you're gonna struggle for money. If you know the objective is to kill towers and kill the enemy buildings and shit, it kind of matters when you do it. So CLG doing a huge split push. They have 3 mid and 1 on each side lane. Galio looks like he's kind of giving up on top. He and Akali are just kind of dancing around in river. But mid, I don't know what mid's doing because they're not looking at mid. They're looking at St. Vicious's items. It's like the tower's getting low, but they haven't killed it. Rise just freaking eats up all that poke. Look, he ate all the poke up and he's like full fucking HP from 1 Zona heal. That is scary. And that Q hurts. Like once you take like 2 of them, you're missing some fucking HP. So with this Sona, they can just kind of sustain what little poke that CLG have. So CLG is going to really need some kind of huge group fight. It looks like they're getting it. They want to steal blue. Do they get it? I think St. Vicious stole it. So Hotshot goes in, ulti, and Sona immediately ultis him out of his ulti. And now Scar is just kind of bouncing around, beating the shit out of everybody because they have nothing to contain him. And they pick up all of CLG except for this Janna, who looks like she'll actually die. And Kog'Maw is kind of out of position. Nope, she didn't die. I think they're just going to go take tower. Yep. So having no way to disable people really coming back to bite CLG there. Let's go back and look at that again. Oh, no. Okay, so this is where it'll all start happening. So they really want to steal that blue. Galio's sort of stuck. So let's take a look at the map. So they're all right there, it looks like, on the map. I don't see anybody anywhere else other than this general vicinity. I think somebody's just at the bottom of the screen there for CLG. So they're all like clumped up in that area. So you see Skara, he can jump in. He's outside the bushes, outside of line of sight. You see Cutie Pie waiting in the bushes, out of line of sight. Standing in the brush is Caitlyn, also in a team fight. Really smart positioning. I love that. If you don't know what Caitlyn's passive is, for those of you who don't play Caitlyn or just don't know, when you stand in the brush, it doubles the charges you get towards your passive, which is making you do 150% to heroes, I think. It might be just creep, but you do extra % damage on your next shot. So if you fire like every 3rd shot from the brush is going to start dealing double damage, or not double damage, but extra damage. So she'll be able to sit there and turret and do more damage than she would if she was just standing out in the open. And then Sona, also behind the brush, not in line of sight. Who goes in? Nocturne goes in. Nocturne only. Because everybody else, look, Cicero can just kind of turret from over here. He can throw out his Spell Flux, his Q. He'll be kicking out damage from out of line of sight. They'll have Jat go in to soak up damage. Sona out of the way so she can't get gibbed. They need her ultimate, and they want to use it at a specific time. And Scar's just waiting to jump in. So ulti goes off. They all can't. All they can see is Jat. Well, they want them to waste abilities on Jat. And then, oh damn it! I didn't pause at the right time. I misclicked. So Yeah, they're all running. Now Hotshot sees his chance. He goes in, he ulties instantly. Instantly ultied by Sona to break that crowd control. And then you see Akali and Rise sweeping in on the bottom to catch everybody running away. Or to catch at least one person running away. So Kog'Maw backs up. He wants to be in the back, right? Kog'Maw wants to be like way back, like at the bottom of the river, and like turret as everybody runs around the corner. But Akali and Rise decide not to jump in, so they run around and they want to catch him in the back. They want to kill Kog'Maw because Kog'Maw's the one that's going to hurt. Kog'Maw and Cassiopeia are going to hurt. But they want to kill Kog'Maw first. Kog'Maw is top priority. So they push Kog'Maw out of the way. And then Janna blows her ulti. And right after that, right after Janna uses her ulti to knock everybody off, Skara jumps in. And Rise flashes in. So they wait for all those. Look, didn't Dignitas just do this cute flanking maneuver here? Wait for CLG to use some key stuff. So Janna ulti down, Galio ulti down. Jat, look, he's about to die. But he's just bait. He dives in. He wants them to burn all their abilities on him. Sona making sure she's out of the way. So now Cicero blinks in, goes, picks up Saint Vicious. Akali starts bouncing around. They got nothing to hold Akali down. And everybody knows what happens when you can't crowd control an Akali. Shit just dies. So now Dignitas haven't lost shit. Look, Nocturne just ate everything up. He doesn't give a damn. He will eat everything up. So they use Nocturne to nom all the abilities. They wait for their Sona ultimate so that they can break Galio's because they don't have any stun other than like Nocturne Fear or a Caitlyn trap. So they have Sona to ulti Galio. Look, they think they're going to keep them from doing Baron. Isn't that funny? Bro, that's a Kali. You can't keep them from doing that. Are they both going to die for that? No. He just lets them go. So, save Sona ultimate for Galio. And then once Galio's ultimate's down, there's nothing to keep their players still. Like they have Udyr stun. Or if they all stare at Cassiopeia or something. But those aren't really like super mega guaranteed things. Like, Udyr's got to run up to somebody to keep them still. So once Galio's ultimate's gone, and once Janna's burned her ultimate, Akali dives in. Really nice bait there by Dignitas to bait that blue. Set up perfectly. So now Dignitas have the lead. Have a true lead. Cassiopeia getting blue. They're getting, look, their 4th uncontested dragon. CLG they haven't found a way at all to contest that dragon. They can't seem to get anything going for dragon. Once again, I think the problem, going back to it, yet again, they killed that tier 1 tower too soon. I really think they did. Kog'Maw has no escape abilities, so he's just kind of, you know, left to hang out and dry and get destroyed if he tries to push up and farm. Look, Caitlyn's just been able to sit here and chill. Now she'll go kill the tower. Now that she has her farm, she can afford to kill that tower. Look, she waited until the 27.5-minute mark to kill her tier 1 tower. And look at her creep score compared to Kog'Maw because of it. Look, Kog'Maw's got 150 fucking 2 CS. He doesn't even have his Zeal yet. And Caitlyn could have finished her fucking Phantom Dancer. Could have finished it, but she doesn't need to because she needs that magic cloak. Mainly giving because she will take too much poke damage. Galio will be able to poke at her. Cassiopeia to some degree can poke at her and kill her. She's not really worried about Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw's not going to get to her. Neither is Udyr. So she's really just worried about that poke damage. So now Dignitas are like, hey, we're ahead. Let's push. And they have some Sona sustain to help them do it. They don't have any creep waves. So I don't know why they're pushing there. They actually pushed out a creep wave. I don't know what they were thinking. It's good that they're grouping up and pushing, but I don't think they did a very good job of it. I think they just got a little too antsy. Thinking, oh, we got Baron, we're fine, but Nocturne, melee champ, ran up and hit the tower with no creep. Kind of, I don't know, I think they just got a little too excited there. Hotshot having to be careful with farming top. He doesn't have teleport up, so if his team get caught, it's just going to be 5v4 and there's nothing he can do about it. So he's having to play kind of risky, farming up there without teleport. Kog'Maw hasn't gotten into this game at all. He's got no farm. Oh, man. Oh, I feel so bad. His farm has just been, like, slowed to a crawl. Even their jungler has more farm than he does. Well, not now. He just killed something. Trying to get Scar. They're not going to get him. So Dignitas, I think, just have to wait, buy, come back, push the side lanes a little bit, and then group up one more time with their Baron buff. And nope, Baron buff wore out. So 3 more minutes and Baron will be up. It's also a nice little trick. If you forget to time Baron, if you just see when your Baron wears off, just look 3 minutes from then, because that's when the next Baron will be up. Looks like again, look, same spot, same setup, same spot, same setup. Look, 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 same spot, same setup. Same spot, same setup. They go in to take blue. Kali over here. Cicero over here. Hold on, we need to go back. We need to go back. We need to go back. I love highlighting consistent practice play. Cicero kind of in a different spot this time. Going straight for that Janna. They don't want these 2 ultimates. Janna, Galio. They're afraid of these 2 ultimates. Even though Elements is just, oh, he's the weaker player, but they don't want his ulti. He could have gone to a more, like, you know, oh, you gotta kill Cassiopeia. No, he wants Elements. He knows exactly who he wants. So Hotshot's sitting here waiting in the bush. They don't know that yet. But they're gonna see a Kali go for the flank. You're gonna see Jat dive in. You're gonna see Locust chill over here, just slightly behind everybody waiting. You're gonna see Cicero off to the side waiting. Same thing again. Jat dives in, eats some ultimates. Ryze is kind of with the push this time. They wait, use the ultimate. Probably should have saved it for Galio there. I think he kind of prematurely used his ultimate, but that's okay. Looks like he'll even die for doing so. But now, Kali comes in. He waited for Hotshot to ulti. Now he just gets to bounce around and have happy fun time. Happy fun time. Look at that. People just get blown up. Same setup as last time. Just really, really good. I think Sona tried to predict when Galio was going to use it. I think Hotshot realized what they were doing. And he timed it. He waited until after Sona Ultimate was used this time to use his. But same exact thing. Same exact spot. They knew exactly what the hell they wanted to do. They've won 2 team fights in the same spot, doing the same thing. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. When things stand out to me that are consistent, it means they're thought out and they're practiced. Love seeing thought out practice play. So now this game will probably be over. I think all they lost there was Locust. I think that's it. I think they killed 4 for 1. So even though CLG have been able to pick up like a gank here and there, I think they ganked like Caitlyn once. And then they picked up like a few team kills here and there. But Dignitas have just gotten all their kills in just 2 major engagements. They haven't even been really ganking at all. They've just been relying on solid positioning and waiting for CLG to make a mistake. I think the only mistake I've seen Dignitas make was pushing a tower without Baron and having a melee champion try and hit it when the whole team was up. Other than that, they haven't done anything wrong. I think they're waiting on Baron to come up, so they're ward sweeping. Cicero's just kind of escorting him around. Now they seem to be converging. They're baiting Baron. So as far as item builds, Nocturne went and got that Aegis for his team. He's, once again, his role is not to do damage. His role is to dive in and survive and live through all their abilities that they burn on him. Sona, Shirelli is for her team. Good, good. Caitlyn, Last Whisper, Iedge, Zeal. And then Rise finally got some ability power. He went ahead and got the whatever the fuck that thing's called that gives 40% magic pen. Drawing a blank, whatever. Whatever, ain't no thing. Akali, Quicksilver Sash. Yay! Yay, QSS, so good. And then Deathcap, Gunblade, whatever, Akali. And then Udyr went and got Randuin's. Oh, another team fight. Oh, it's at blue. Oh, what happened? What happened? Did you say Jat went in? Oh, Scar kind of went early this time. But Jat, once again, ulti. They want to fight around this blue so good. They want to fight in the forest. Waiting on the enemy neutral buff timers. So, they all go in. Waste ultis. So an ult goes down. See, Scar went in kind of early, so he might actually die. But I think at this point, they can afford to go in like that. See, he almost died. He should be waiting, but I think they just have so much of a lead that they don't actually care, and they're just kind of in lull we win mode. So that one was a little bit sloppy. But once again, same area, sort of same setup, same idea. If Scar would have just waited a tiny bit there, I think she would have been okay. But I think they had the sense that CLG wanted to run and not fight that. Like the first time you saw that happen, CLG stood firm. They're like, no, we're fighting. And Dignitas is like, haha, we want to fight. And we know we win because we've done this before. Watch, check out this setup that we're going to run 3 times this game, almost the exact same way because we know it works. So, oh my god, 1300 crit. Caitlyn's freaking scary, man. Another thing is when she's attacking towers like this, it won't expend her passive charge on the tower. So it just sits there and it just stays active. So the next shot she uses on a hero or a creep, it's going to automatically do extra damage. Which makes her scary as a tower pusher. Because not only are her traps good at tower pushing, but she's guaranteed to land a pretty sick auto attack for her first shot on you. Scar almost got caught being a little cute trying to steal red. I think he did get it though. But man, look at Kog'Maw. He's almost at half of what Caitlyn is now. Actually, no, he's still only a little more than 100 down. He's been like 100 down for a while now. Caitlyn has like an entire Last Whisper over him and a freaking Phantom Dancer finish, along with a Magic Cloak. And Kog'Maw just has Zeal. That's so bad. Like, you don't even know how bad that is. All because Caitlyn was able to get that advantage from the tower. See, small little things like that make such a huge impact on the game. People might not think they do. Like, just thinking about why you're killing a tower and when you're killing it makes that big of a difference. You see in this game how something that small had that profound of an effect. All because of the map. I'm gonna say it again, because of the map. Map is so important. Learn the map. Dignitas have Baron, push and win, so I can end this. I got a Formula 1 race to go catch. Hotshot, ulti, nobody takes any damage, not even the Locust. Locust got down to half. Jat ate everything. And now they have nothing left to kill Dignitas with. Yay, Dignitas, go. 1A, 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 1A. Oh, that's StarCraft, my bad. A click, A click, A click. There we go. Scar thinks he can take on a tower by himself. I'm sorry, Akali. That is the one thing you cannot do in League of Legends. It's the only thing you can't solo and kill 1v5 is 5 towers. You can't even kill 1 tower. Haha. JK, Akali's not really that broken. She's just strong. Only strong when you know how to use her. Strong when you know how to use her. So, Dignitas versus CLG from IPL semifinal. Some big things to draw from that game. Beware of when you kill towers. That was a pretty big part of the game. Another big part was understanding when you need to be engaging in team fights. You saw with that Akali, just really patient, didn't dive in too soon with them. They let Nocturne go in and soak everything up before Akali went in, and Akali was able to just really wreak havoc. So, sick lineup by Dignitas. I really like that. I really like that. Yep, so that was Dignitas CLG IPL semifinal game 1. Thanks for watching, and I might do a game, the second game. I don't know. I haven't watched the second game yet. I might watch it first and see if I want to do it. And then if I do cast it, then I'll cast it. So thanks, and if you enjoy these, make sure you tell people. I'd like to get more viewers maybe. Get this thing going. I don't even care if I just get a couple viewers. I still like doing it, but wouldn't hurt if we have more people watching. Yeah, so tell people about it. And yeah, thank you. And later, I gotta watch Formula 1. Formula 1.